Did you know that according to Newsroom, around 1 in every 5 drivers on the road don't know how to change a flat tire? Throughout this speech, I will not only show you step by step on how to change a flat tire, but how to do so safely and effectively. I took research from countless experienced resources in order to make sure that I would be giving you guys the best possible information today. But before we get into how to change a flat tire, we need to know what to do when a flat tire arises while driving. If you hear a pop or a rumble, this could mean that you have a flat tire. Now, the first thing you want to do is stay calm and turn on your hazard lights. Turning on your hazard lights is the best way to let every driver around you know that your vehicle is not 100% operational and they should use caution. The next thing you'll need to do is find a safe place to pull over. This would be best if it was preferably flat, but if you're still on the side of the road, you should make sure you have a wide enough shoulder around you for safety. After you safely pull over, the next thing you should do is apply the emergency brakes. This will let you make sure that your car will not roll accidentally as you're changing your tire. Now that you know what to do after you get a flat tire, I'll be giving you the tools you would need to successfully change one. According to Bridgestone Tire, the main tools you will need is a temporary tire, a lug wrench, your car's manual, a jack, and a pry bar. Now, depending on the day, you could also need a raincoat, flashlight, or wheel wedges. When you look at your temporary tire, it is essential that you read the warnings on it. An example of this would be the max mileage you should drive with it and the max speed. Your car is special, so you should take care of it as best as you can. And a great way to do this is to refer to your owner's manual for specific instructions on how to do that. Some cars have caps that cover the lug nuts on the tire. This is where your pry bar would come in handy. The lug wrench is used to loosen the lug nuts on the wheel, and the jack is used to raise the car above the ground to take the wheel off. Now, I know it may seem like a lot of effort to change a flat tire if you're new to this, but this type of knowledge is very beneficial, especially when it comes to unnecessary expenses. According to towinglist.com, it's possible to pay $100 for someone else to change it, when it could be free if you do it yourself. So, once you have the tools, we can get to work. Now, your lug nuts are located in the middle of the tire, and there are typically 4 to 6 of them. If you can't see them, then that means a cap may be covering them. You would then use your pry bar to pry it open, and then you can set the cap off to the side. After you identify all the lug nuts, you can start to loosen them a little bit. This is a good idea to do before you raise the car up in the air, because if you don't, the wheel will most likely spin as you try to loosen them. Once you loosen them all, you can raise the car. When using the jack, as it's in the air, make sure to exert pressure only straight down. You don't want to push it or pull it because that could cause the jack to collapse and could lead to injuries. Now, when you're finding the proper place to put the jack up, you should refer to your owner's manual. But if you do not have that, then you can find the 2 notches that are usually located underneath the edge of the car, close to the wheel. Now, depending on the jack, you could have a scissor jack, a pump jack, or many different kinds. You would usually twist the knob or pump it in order to raise the car. You would continue to do this until the wheel is just above the ground. The higher the wheel is off the ground, the more unstable the car will get. You want to make sure that only your wheel that you're working on is off the ground. After you do that, you can finish by loosening the lug nuts and then take them off. After taking them off, you want to make sure that you put them in a safe spot so that you don't lose them for later on. Now you can take your temporary tire and line it with the shafts of the wheel. Now that you finished that, you can put the lug nuts back on and slightly tighten them, just to a snug fit. Again, if you try to fully tighten them, the wheel will move until you lower the car. After you lower the car, you can then fully tighten them, ensuring that they are really tight, but not too tight as to strip the lug nut. After that, you can pack up all your tools and head out. Congratulations, you have just successfully changed your first flat tire. Throughout this speech, I taught you what to do when a flat tire arises, how to change a flat tire, and the tools you would need. If you don't have a spare tire or your spare tire is flat, do not use it. Please call AAA and have them help you out. It is always better to be safe than sorry. As cars continue to grow in usage, it is increasingly important for us to know how to fix them not only safely, but effectively so we can get back to our lives. Thank you.